I am back with Focus Power 15.1. Today's all about upper focus, all about the upper body. And so I'm going to actually be using the bench today. So maybe you have a chair, a love seat, maybe you have a bench. I'm literally going to use it for one knee. So we have one move, and I'll just demo right here. We're going to do some work here, so I'm going to rest with one knee. So whatever it is that you use, make sure that it's sturdy and stable. It's not going to rock side to side. It's really going to support you. We're only going to use it for one move, and you can absolutely do this on the ground. If you're like, no, I don't even want to bother, I just want to get on the ground and do it, that's an option. But I'll show you how to do that here. So let's start with our shoulder rolls. Back. Yes. Nice big circles, really up, around, into the ears. Bring it all the way down, roll it back. So this is actually something really good to kind of note here as we're bringing the shoulders down. That's kind of the position you want to be in for a lot of these upper body moves that we're doing. It's like shoulders back, out of the ears, and down, and we start from that position. Reverse, bring the shoulders forward. So just something to think about, especially if you're doing things on your own. Maybe you're going to the gym, throwing a couple of these moves in here. It's always great to just remember, the foundation and things that you can take with you, on your own. That's what this is all about. I can't always be with you in movement, so it's kind of to build some of that knowledge for yourself. 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it to nice big circles. Actually, I'm going to do one arm at a time. I always find that I get a wider range of motion here if I take it one arm at a time. Just a few here, and then reverse. Bring it forward, fingers nice and stretched. I'm bringing the palm outwards away from my body. Yes. So for today's workout, I'm literally going to keep it, I am going to keep it on the lower side. I'm going to do about 5 pounds. Other side, other arm back, palms open. We are going to get through at least 3 rounds. I say at least, because I'm going to watch the clock. If we have enough time, I might throw in a 4th. This is phase 3. I know, it's crazy, right? Reverse, other side. I was like, it just depends how we are on times. We're actually going to take it in reps today. So I'm like, we actually might get through it sooner, the 3 rounds, so we might as well add in another one. Just bring up for me booty kicks. We're just stepping it. Nice strong core. So I want you to open up your chest here for me. There we go. Just stepping. We're finishing this out. So that's why it's like when I say 4 rounds, I thought, ooh, are they gonna be mad at me? But this is all about focus power. Building power in our bodies, in our minds, things that we think we can't do, pushing forward and proving to ourselves that we can. 3, 2, 1. Give me a trunk twist here. One side. Want to make sure our core is nice and engaged. Coming down, lifting up the heel as I twist. One side. Get that little spinal twist in there. It's always a good thing. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Let me know if you're liking this new space. Definitely let me know in the comments, in the reviews. Are you liking this setup? Like maybe by the last one, I'll have like, I know there's room. I could like totally, we could have a party here. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Shake out the arms. Loosen up the neck. We tend to hold a lot of tension there, especially if maybe you've had a wild week. Maybe the day's already been crazy. And we don't want to go into upper strength, right? Upper power with like holding tension on our neck. So just loosen it out. Set the intention. So again, I'm going to stick with about 5 pounds here on each of the moves. You know these moves. Not all of them have weights. Most of them do. So let's jump on in there. We're going to start with our chest press out. You remember this. Palms fingers together, really pressing through, starting at the chest here, coming straight out. Here we go. So we're coming out. 1, that's the 1. Out. 2. There we go. I'll do the other side in case that view helps. And that's 5. We're halfway through. Out. Remember, press through. So the more that you can keep this tension all the way out, the more that you're going to work, right? Because it gets harder to keep that tension as you bring it out away from your body, pressing in, bringing it through. Come on. 8. I'm on 8. I don't know where you are. 9. 10. So I'm going to grab the weights now. Coming into our shoulder press. So right here, gold post arms. Nice solid stance, feet right underneath my hips. We're here. And I might bump this up a little bit the next, maybe. But here's the thing. 4. We're definitely doing 3 rounds. So it's okay if you go a little bit lighter on the weights. You might be like, yeah, I can go heavier. But remember, we're going to do this at least 3 times. I do lose count. 8. 9. I'm not going to make it. 10. Going into, I'm like, there's no reason to lie to you. I did completely lose count. So we're going to go into our hammer curls. So same thing we're talking about here. Shoulders, right? I bring them around and down. Core engaged, nice, solid. Notice I'm wearing a skirt today. This may be a regular occurrence. I'm having fun. Who says you can't look cute while you're working out? I'm here to break some stigmas. So we're going to do the side demo first. Some nice stance, micro bend in my knee, right? I'm not locking them out. And I'm bringing up my arms just a little bit, bend, slight bend in my elbow. From here all the way up, down. I don't fully bring it down on the extension. There's always a slight bend. Here we go, and up. Nice and controlled. There we are. So you never go into a full rest mode. That's what keeps you working on this, right? So I bring it up. I never rest it, right? There's always work that's happening. There's always tension that's there. I feel this in my core when I lift it. 10. Awesome. We're doing alternating front raises. So same thing here. Nice, strong move. Bringing it up. One arm at a time. So up, down, and then I alternate. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And you can start with either one. We're coming right up a little bit above the chest. Like between kind of the chest and the chin, right? So I'm not coming all the way up here. I'm bringing it down here, but like not low. So a lot of description happening there. We're gonna do 20 total, so we're doing 10 on each side. Keep going. Palms facing down on this. And you bring it all the way down and then raising the other arm. Two more on each side. $19, $20. Actually, I think I lift on that side. There we go. This is what, when I'm talking and counting reps, this is why it's easier when I count. So now I'm bringing it to this bench. So I'll show you. I'm going to start with my left knee up, right? So I'm really secure on this. Hips facing forward, I come down, right? Then I'm bringing the weight down at the side. We're gonna do a row, so bringing it straight up, squeeze squeezing that back, right? Really activating that back. And then I'm bringing the arm back into our tricep kickback. So that's our compound move. Here we go. And so if you did this on the ground, you would essentially just be in like a tabletop position and then doing this move. So as I come here and then it hinges. So this is all happening in the elbow as I bring it back. The whole arm isn't moving, it's just bringing this back, activating that tricep. 2 more. 9, 10. So now I'm gonna switch sides. I'm gonna try not to have my back towards you. Well, I could do this. There we go. There we go, she can face you. Here we go. And we'll angle it a little, I don't know, it's weird. And here we go. Back. So at least you can see the front view where I'm here. Secure, right? Really bracing. Back. There you go. Straight up. Really squeezing that shoulder blade. Then the kick back. I'm on 7. 8. 9, maybe you finished before me. It's okay. 10. There we go. That is our first round. There we go. Water break. Pretty simple, right? And I think it's because we've done a lot of these moves before, compounding that last one. Really just focusing on building the strength. There are things in this program where we're jumping, we're sweating. It's like there's a lot going on. It's like you need a moment to catch your breath. We've kept it really kind of simplified so that we can do more rounds, okay? You ready? So we're starting with our chest press out. Oh, you're totally gonna do 4 rounds. I'm just telling you so you can mentally prepare. Here we go. Out, press through, even through the fingers. So not just the palms, but it's through all of the fingers. The pads of my fingers are pressed through. Keep it steady, straight out. My arms are shaking. 9, 10. Bring it in. Shoulder press. Yes. All right, here we go. And so this is where we know the moves, right? We've kind of dusted off the cobwebs. We know what we're doing. So we really just hone in on the strength, activating these muscles. 10. Into our hammer curl. Right here. Remember, slight bend in the elbows. Here we go. And you got this. We got this. Seven. 8. Come on, 2 more. 9. 10. Alternating. Front raises. Here we go. Up. Really activating, bringing up. Take your time on lowering. That's equally as important. Yes, you're working on the raise, but if you take your time bringing it down, oh yeah. 8. 9. 1 more each side. Come on. Yes. And we're coming into dumbbell row. with our kickback. Yeah. Here we go. And really squeeze that up. Even if you're not using weights, right? It's like, bam. Look, I'm gonna put my weights down. Like I'm still pulling, like I'm pulling, squeezing the shoulder blade, kicking it back, extension back here, bringing it in. It's controlled, I'm working. Last one. Other side. I'm gonna bring it to this side slightly angled, so I can still see you. There we go. You can even do this standing. I'm gonna show you a demo. Keep going. If you didn't want to bring it down, right? I kickstand it, I'm here. Essentially the same motion. The support just gives you a little added support, like using it on the bench. 2 more. Last one. I'm just giving you options in case you don't want to bring it down, because it may be that that's uncomfortable. Water break. It may be that coming down on the bench is uncomfortable, maybe for your knee, for your back, for your hip, whatever that might be. Standing might be a better option. Getting down on the ground might be a better option. You know, I always want you to do this in a way where it feels good for your I've said this before. There's a difference between kind of uncomfortable because you're being challenged versus like actual pain because your body just, for one reason or another, doesn't want to be in that position. There's no reason for you to kind of muscle. You know, it's like you hear that, no pain, no gain. There really shouldn't be pain. Discomfort, sure, because you're coming out of your comfort zone, but not like pain. That's a cue to switch things up. Okay. So we're doing 2 more rounds. And I'm telling you this now because I know me. Sometimes I need to mentally prepare of, like, if you tell me we're gonna do 3 and then you surprise me and we do a 4th one, I'm usually not happy that. I'm like, what? That's not what I prepared for. So I'm telling you now, 2 more rounds. Hopefully you feel really good about it. It may be that you're like, you know what, I've done 2. I think I can bump up the weights a bit or add in weights for these next 2 because I'm feeling really good. I don't think I'm gonna fatigue. You make the call for you. I'm gonna stick with this 2 more rounds. So we're doing the press out, which we don't need the weights for. Here we are. And because if you're feeling that it's, I mean, the first round, absolutely. If you're like, oh, that was kind of a breeze, right? If you're feeling the challenge as we went from 1 to 2, then you're on the right track. If you feel like it was just as easy, maybe, then it is like, I might need to bump it just a little bit. I'm moving through these pretty quickly. 8, 9, and if you finish before me, you can add a few more. 10. It doesn't have to be exactly 10. You can do 11, maybe 13. Shoulder press. Here we go. Don't put a cap on yourself. This is what I love about Focused Power. It's proving to ourselves and celebrating what our bodies can do. And sometimes we're so used to putting caps on ourselves, like, okay, she said 10, I'm only gonna do 10. But what would happen if you added an extra one and did 11 or maybe 12? Right, this journey is yours, so you can add a few more, that's fine. 9, 10, hammer curls. Shoulders back. I kind of lock mode in it. I slight micro bend. Hips underneath me. And here we go. I mean, I honestly feel like a machine in a good way. Right? Everything is really solid. And if someone came up to me, they wouldn't be able to push me over, right? That's having a strong foundation. So if you're like right under here, like the balance is off. So really take up space, own it. 9, 10. Alternate it, and I can feel it, so I'm sticking with these weights. It was a smart call. Alternating front raises. And I'm gonna start with this, my left this time. Straight up, nice extended. Arm micro bend again. I'm never locking out on my joints. There's still a micro bend in this elbow. You're doing amazing. Shoulders out of the ears, so don't let it raise as you come up. Keep it down. We're on 9. Last one each side. 10. Yes. And back here. I'm gonna keep it standing just in case so you can see this, but no, you can bring it back down to the bench. I'm here. You can support on the thigh if you want to. I keep my back nice and straight, pushing the hips back, and here we go. Actually, I like the bench because then I'm kind of like more over it, but it's totally your call. It's your body. This is your journey. It's your movement. Either way, there's not one that's better or worse, right? It's just maybe better for you, and that's what this is about. Last one. Bink. Other side. And that's what I always want you to think about. It's like coming up with rules for your body, like, right? It's just, there's no universal. But for me, it's just, there's sometimes where I'm like, I never want to, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. But there's just some moves where it's like, I know that's not going to serve me well. And I know that I'm more likely to put my body in a place where maybe I have an injury or it causes pain afterwards. I'm not going to do it. Last one. Yes. Water break. And then we go into our last round. What? Oh, yeah. Maybe it's because we've been building so much through the course of this program where I'm like, this feels doable. Hopefully you feel the same way. Maybe you do feel challenged, which I feel challenged too. We all do. But hopefully you're feeling this is like, I have this. We have 4 rounds in us. I have not asked that of you this entire program, and we're here. That's what this is about. Building up to getting to where we want to go. And I don't know why I keep going for my weights on this first move. This is our chest press out. And our last round, I'm going to bump up the weights because I'm feeling really good. I'm like, it's not crazy. Like, it's not like I'm about to bust out some like 15-pound weights. I'm just going to bump it up. Have a set of 7s. Yes. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to keep the core engaged. 9. Oh, my hands are shaky. Like if you could see them, they're like. 10. Grabbing the weights for our shoulder presses. I said I was going to do it. Here we go. Look at all the colors. It's like, I feel like a crayon box. Here we go. Maybe a highlighter box. Here we go. 5. I remember there was a time where I never thought I'd be able to do these moves, let alone lead them and to pay it forward. You know, that's the power of showing up and taking small steps each day. You know, we get to meet what we thought was impossible and make it possible. Last two, come on. 10. Hammer curls. Da, da, da. Slight bend and up and down. I mean, the amazing thing is I never dreamed of becoming a fitness instructor because I honestly, in my mind, I thought I can't. People that look and move like me, they can't. And I kept telling myself that and I kept believing it until I flipped the script and I said, I can, even when I still couldn't. I couldn't. But I said, I can, I just got to keep moving forward. And eventually that became the reality. They weren't just words I was saying, it was really my reality. So anything is possible. Class 2, 9, 10. But notice how I had to say it first. I had to convince my mind that it was possible before it actually happened. So we start there. It starts with our words. We're at our alternating front raises and up. I'm like, oh yeah, these are heavier. Goal here, keeping the shoulders down and back underneath you as you go through this entire movement. I feel like I can punch through walls. I'm like, I feel so strong. Come on. Last two on each side. And now, last one. 10. There we go. Dumbbell. I'm going to bring it back to the bench, especially because I'm using heavier here. So I'm going to make sure we're right. I'm right. Okay, here we go. And pulling that up and back, straight back. So notice I'm not curling my back or arching. It's a neutral spine from my tailbone all the way through the top of my head. Right, I'm not looking up, my neck's not tweaked. Everything's in line with each other. Woo, my arm's shaking. 2 more. I'm pretty sure that was more than 10. It's okay. All right, last one, last side. Here we go. I'm gonna stand this one up. There we go. It's the other thing. It's like harder to steep balance here, which is actually a good thing though, right? Because you're really utilizing the core in this version. Majority of the weight in my front foot. Pull it up, back. 9. Come on, last one. 10. Bam. Yes. Bring it up. Grab some water. Yes. We just did that. Ah. We're literally down to the last few workouts of this program. It was 15.1. So we got 16, 17, 18. That's it. You totally have this. Oh my goodness. Give me arm circles. Oh yeah, feels even better at the end of all of that. Fingers spread, palms out. If you feel like you need an extra stretch somewhere, it's always like in this back, I feel it. Linger a little bit, maybe move through it a little bit. Reverse, just do a couple here. Other side. I cannot tell you how proud I am literally, like only 3 workouts left. Like saying it, I'm like, wow. I literally don't know how we did it. Like it wasn't, I mean, I know how we did it. It wasn't perfect. And trust me, I know because, hello, I had to take a break for that recovery, reverse. But we made the choice to keep going, to keep showing up. That's hard. A lot of people give up. I hope you realize that. There are so many people who would not take that next step forward, right? Who might feel so ashamed or embarrassed that it wasn't perfect that they just stopped, but you didn't stop. You didn't let anything come in your way. You kept going. Arm out, bring that across. Let that be an example to you of how truly strong you are, how much perseverance you have in you. You may not have realized, you may not have ever had someone vocalize that or bring your attention to it, but that takes an incredible amount of grit and persistence and perseverance to keep going. Because I know life has happened. I know that not every day has been easy all the way up until now. Like that's just no life. Release. Bring that up and over. So maybe it's here and you're tapping. Reach it here. Maybe bring it further up. Again, it's about finding what's comfortable for you. Oh yeah, that's like perfect. Sometimes we don't think of those things ourselves, and it takes someone outside to say, hey, this is what you did. And you're like, oh yeah, I did do that. It's okay to pat yourself on the back. It's okay to be proud of yourself. It's okay to brag on yourself. Release. Out. Other arm. Across. Cradle it. Either up here at the bicep, tricep, or here on the forearm. That's kind of it's more comfortable for me there. The most comfortable, I would say. Oh yeah, that I'm like, I feel that. I'm energized. Hopefully you're feeling really strong after that. Slowly release, bring it up and over. So again, maybe it's here, maybe it's pressing here. And then I literally am just bringing hands right back onto that shoulder or shoulder blade. Maybe it comes back a little bit further. I've also done it if you have a towel, maybe a yoga strap, and you have it back here and you just help support your arm back if that's more comfortable. So I like that option too. 3, maybe come back a little bit more. 2, 1, slowly release. Oh my goodness. I feel amazing. I feel amazing. Again, I'm so proud of you. And I want to see you back. We are so close to finishing this out. So don't stop now. I'm going to meet you back here for Focus Power 16. Okay, let's do it. See you then.